This team gave me a little bit of a heart attack today. However, they find a way to prevail 115-112 over the Miami Heat in a possible first round matchup this year in round one. Holy smokes. Raptors were up by 17 at the end of the third quarter. And they were doing okay, up by 14 with like 5 minutes to go or something like that. And then bang, a 13-0 run late in the game. That cannot happen. That cannot happen. Let's break this thing down and see where it all began. First off, a very, very tentative first quarter, for both teams. And really the second quarter is type of the same thing. 28-24 at the end of the first quarter. 31-29, or 28-24 Raptors. 31-29 them in the second quarter. And it's only a 2-point game. Raptors got the lead at the half. Credits to Kyle Lowry's very awkward-looking 3-point buzzer beater at the half. We'll take it. We'll take a 2-point lead heading into the break. Coming out of the third, we're like, okay, we got to get something going. We got to push these guys. We got to bury them. We got to get out and run on defense, get out and run on offense, and make our good defense leads to good offense. There we go. It's like a tongue twister, or I'm just nuts. Raptors win that quarter 41-26. A 41-point third quarter for the Raptors, and they just roll. Knocking down threes left and right. The bench on fire. Kyle Lowry on fire. DeMar on fire in the third quarter. Everyone's flying. And then in the fourth quarter, no one's flying. Only 17 points scored for the Raptors. You give up 31. However, you hang on barely to the 3-point victory. And again, we talked about this a little while ago. Your free throws late in games, they have to be huge. Lowry, DeRozan, and CJ Miles all missed one in the last few minutes of the game. How many did the team miss in total? 5. 3 in the last 5 minutes or so. Cannot happen. It's your big free throws late. You gotta knock them down. Because what if CJ Miles, he went 1 of 2 right at the end there. What if Richardson knocked down that shot and we're heading to overtime? They have all the momentum heading into overtime. So, that's that. However, the Raptors do come away with the victory. I'm not complaining. Raptors do shoot 47% from the field, 37% from 3, 13 threes made, 78% from the line. Again, like I said, 3 of the 5 misses were late in the game. Out-rebounded by 11. We lost in the offensive glass by 3 as well. Tough night on the boards. However, 24 assists for the Raptors, 7 steals to their 5. Both teams had 3 blocks. And the big number here, only 8 turnovers for the Raptors. Doubling them. They had 16 turnovers, and the Raptors did a phenomenal job on points off of turnovers. They every single time they were turning the ball over, Raptors getting out, running, making shots. That's what they were doing. That was a big part of this game and a big reason of why this team won and a big reason of why they took that huge lead in the third quarter. Great defense leads to good offense and good shots, and you made them pay in that third quarter. Now, if we're looking at personal players, I thought Serge Ibaka had a great game. As much as he didn't put up gigantic numbers, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 5 of 7 shooting, 4 of 4 from the line. He only took 1 3, and he missed that 3, but he was a +8 on the floor as well. I thought he was great. We all talk about OG in the last game, going down with the ankle sprain. We're like, oh boy, how bad is this going to be? Don't worry, back in the lineup today. Not for long, 13 minutes, 6 points, 2 rebounds for OG, 2 of 3 shooting, 2 of 2 from 3. That's very nice to see from OG. And JV didn't take enough shots. I thought he should have taken more shots, 2 of 4 from the field. Did not take a 3. And he had 6 points and 10 rebounds, however. That's a big one for JV. Him and Ibaka combined for 20 rebounds alone. Very proud of those guys for this one. And you know what, guys? The bench wasn't all that great. The bench mob wasn't all that great in this one. Offensively, yeah, I'm saying that, and 3 guys were in double figures. Yeah, it sounds weird, eh? However, Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan had big nights. Now, late in the game, they were taking a lot of tough shots, a lot of contested shots. They should have passed up and passed for better looks. They should have done that. However, throughout the entire game, again, the third quarter was the big reason of why this team won. 22 points for Kyle Lowry, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 8 of 17 shooting for 47%, 2 of 3 from the line, 4 of 8 from 3. Again, those percentages are flustered a little bit because of their late game stuff, but again, that's where you got to be big, is late in the game, and they weren't really, So DeMar DeRozan did have 27 points and 4 assists on 11 of 25 shooting. At one point, he was 11 of 21. He missed 4 straight shots to end the game. That's the tough part. 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 1 big one late, 1 of 7 from 3. Not good at all. However, DeMar DeRozan was a plus 10 on the floor, and we'll get to DeMar DeRozan in a little bit about the stupid calls late in the game, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Fred VanVleet, like I said, the bench mob didn't have a big night, but Fred VanVleet with a mediocre night of 10 points, 5 boards, 6 assists, kind of what we're used to now from Freddie. 4 of 8 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3. He's a stud. DeLon Wright, 10 points as well, 4 of 6 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3. And again, I'm complaining because the bench didn't do a whole lot. They were studs. They're always studs. Siakam, Poeltl, always crazy on the glass. Only got 5 rebounds combined, however. Only 5 points for Siakam, 4 for Jakob Poeltl. Siakam, 2 of 8 shooting. Poeltl only 1 of 1. But again, CJ Miles, 11 points. He had a tough night shooting, though. 3 of 11 and 2 of 10 from 3 after his big 6 of 9 from 3 in the last game. A really tough one today. Took a lot of contested threes. But again, this is why this team is so good, because today your bench didn't give you that big plus 20 effort, big plus 15 effort. Your best guy was Fred VanVleet and Jakob Poeltl. Oh no, excuse me. Well, Norman Powell was a plus 5, but he didn't play a whole lot. He only played 7 minutes. But Fred VanVleet and Jakob Poeltl were both plus 4s, and that's it. Those are your best guys out there. So the bench didn't have a big night, but they got the job done. 3 guys in double figures. Your all-stars, for the most part, were your all-stars in this game. 14 and 10, like I said, for Ibaka. He had a big one in this game. But the Raptors find a way to come away with the victory. Was it greasy? Was it a game you're going to look back and say, beautiful game, playoff type of game? No. But it could be, because the Miami Heat could be a possible opponent in round 1. Now, with this win, though, the Raptors get their 40th victory, 40-16. So proud of this team. They've now won 6 straight games. That's their season high, is 6. And they look to get that winning streak to 7 games tomorrow night in Chicago, 8 p.m. tip-off there. That'll be their season high. And heading into the All-Star break with a possible, with at least a 1-game lead in the Eastern Conference and having won 7 straight games, you couldn't picture it any better. Tomorrow night is a big one. Chicago coming off that emotional win against Orlando. The Raptors always have a tough time in Chicago. Zach LaVine's back for the Bulls. It's not going to be an easy test. We're on a back-to-back. They've been resting. So it's not going to be an easy one. However, the Raptors got to find a way to get a victory. They really do have to find a way. And let's just see if they can keep rolling, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video and you guys enjoyed this game. Smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of this game. Who's your player of the game in this one? And my goodness, do they continuously give us a heart attack with those late game free throws. It's killing me. Oh, goodness. Before I actually close this off, I totally forgot. The referees in this game were actually absolutely abysmal late in the game with DeMar DeRozan getting mauled and then called out of bounds, which it didn't really look like he was 100% out of bounds. I couldn't really tell. They didn't even review it. And then getting absolutely mauled on the inbound pass, so we had to call a timeout instead. Both calls were missed, and then they come together. Oh, okay, what's the point? What's the point? And then it's just the same thing. They never change the call. They just come together, they look like they're doing something, asking if they want to go for a beer later, and then that's that. But whatever, Raptors come away with the victory, that's fine, whatever, let's move on, alright? So, like I said, comment down below what you guys thought of this game, who's your player of the game, and we'll talk to you guys Thursday, Jays edition, so many darn teams, as the spring training preview gets underway. You're going to talk all kinds of stuff in that video. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll talk to you guys Leafs edition tomorrow night as the Leafs are at home taking on the Blue Jackets, looking to win, I think, their 5th straight. And I will be at that game, so that video will be uploaded a little bit later. And as for the Raptors, like I said, they're looking for their 7th straight win tomorrow night against the Bulls in Chicago, 8 p.m. tip-off. It's a big game. That video might be uploaded later than usual because I'll be at the Leaf game. However, this game starts an hour later. So we're just going to have to play it by ear and see how it goes. But once again, guys, thank you for 2,000 subscribers. You guys are the best. And we'll talk to you guys then.